Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is July 22nd, 2025. We are in the Old Testament book of Song of Solomon. We're going to read chapter 1, verse 9 to 2, verse 7. All right. So yesterday we heard from the shepherdess. We heard from her friends. We just started to hear from the shepherd himself in response. We're going to go back and forth between the daughters and the shepherdess and the shepherd and the shepherdess, and that's basically what we're going to answer. We're going to make a few different changes here. Your Bible, if you're following along, might just call them she and he in group. Mine is calling them the Shulamite and the beloved for the shepherd. The Shulamite is the female. The daughters of Jerusalem is the chorus. So I guess one way to put it. Again, this is a love poem. It's a pastoral love poem because it's about shepherds and shepherdesses tending flocks, telling us the beauty of love and marriage and sex in a God-blessed union. That's what we want to get out of this. That's what we want to see. This is how God intends us to love each other as male and female, as husband and wife. We saw there was a bunch of different ways to interpret this. We're going to interpret it very simply as a love poem of a shepherd and a shepherdess and about their union and their coming together. New King James Version, what I'm reading out of, follows the King James Version, and those translators saw the shepherd as Solomon, so that language is going to be a little bit different if you're using a more modern Bible. Again, they usually think of the simpler explanation for who this is about. Solomon comes into it as that ideal, like an athlete, superstar athlete, or a superstar movie star, or a superstar singing sensation. That ideal person, and you're comparing your love to that ideal person and saying, "Wow, you know what? That's who you remind me of. That reminds me of you. They remind me of you." All right, so we saw that the shepherdess sees her shepherd, and she gets self-confident. She says, "Well, you know what? I'm just a working girl. I got calluses. My skin is permanently tanned from the sun because I'm out working. Who am I? I'm not an alabaster princess who spends all her time being dainty." And her friends are like, "Hey, you know what? Well, there's other fish in the sea. Don't worry about it." But she has her heart set on her shepherd. And the first thing that happens, our shepherd sees her, and boom, he's smitten. And now we're going to see the second thing. He says, "Hey, you know what? You look like a horse." Well, that's not exactly what he says. Okay. For our ears in the 21st century, the way we think of love poems, we want to, when we see those metaphors and similes, we want to compare it visually, I guess. We want, he's saying you look like a horse. That's not how these ancient Hebrew poems work. It's not a visual comparison. Think of it as a qualitative comparison. Okay, so she says, "Hey, you wouldn't have anything to do with me because I'm a working person, and I'm hardened that way." And he says, "Hey, you know what? You know what else works? Horses work. In fact, I'm not thinking of a field horse. I'm thinking of a war horse, Pharaoh's war horse, a magnificent beast that he values highly, that he is trained." That's the comparison. He's comparing the best thing he can think of to her. Hey, you're a worker. Here's the best working thing I can think of is a war horse in Pharaoh's army, and you're more than that. You're more than that when I'm looking at you. Hope that makes sense. So that's when we see these comparisons that kind of strike us as odd. Is he saying she looks like? No, he's not saying he looks like that. Think of the qualities. Think of, okay, what makes this the best thing? And that's what he's comparing her to. That the best of the best, and putting her a little bit above it. So let's go ahead. We're going to read Song of Solomon, verse 1, verse 9, to chapter 2, verse 7. "I have compared you, my love, to my filly among Pharaoh's chariots. Your cheeks are lovely with ornaments, your neck with chains of gold. We will make you ornaments of gold with studs of silver." While the king is at his table, my spikenard sends forth its fragrance. A bundle of myrrh is my beloved to me, that lies all night between my breasts. My beloved is to me a cluster of henna blooms in the vineyards of En-gedi. Behold, you are fair, my love. Behold, you are fair. You have dove's eyes. Behold, you are handsome, my beloved. Yes, pleasant. Also, our bed is green. The beams of our houses are cedar, and our rafters of fir. I am the rose of Sharon and the lily of the valleys. Like a lily among thorns, so is my love among the daughters. Like an apple tree among the trees of the woods, so is my beloved among the sons. I sat down in his shade with great delight, and his fruit was sweet to my taste. He brought me to the banqueting house, and his banner over me was love. Sustain me with cakes of raisins, refresh me with apples, for I am lovesick. His left hand is under my head, and his right hand embraces me. I charge you, O daughters of Jerusalem, by the gazelles or by the does of the field, do not stir up or awaken love until it pleases. May God bless the reading of his word, and may God bless you. Bye.